Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about books. I love books, so I wanted to introduce you all to a few books that have helped me understand myself better, also just help me grow a little bit more. A lot of them are self-help books, but a couple of them are not. We'll be talking about 5 books today that I really love and enjoyed and think might help you all too. So let's get into it. So the first book is The Sun Also Rises. I'm a big Hemingway fan, BT dubs, but this book was so good. I actually want to read it again. It'll be my 3rd time reading it. I know for some bookies that's probably not a lot. There's something about Hemingway's writing, albeit sometimes it's a little drawn out, but it is so descriptive. And the characters that he portrays are such in-depth characters. And I just really dive into his books. So this one was so good. Again, this one taught me some things about myself as far as character roles go. I know if you can relate to a character in a book, I feel like sometimes you tend to want to read it more, or if you really love a certain character's personality, but I could really relate to a certain character in this book. I will not name names because I don't want to call myself out. If you're into in-depth descriptive writing, check out Hemingway. His books are phenomenal. The next book is Ego is the Enemy. So this book was a tough pill to swallow. I will say an amazing read, but really teaches you a lot about the ego. I feel like we all talk about the ego, but do we really understand what the ego is capable of and how deceiving the ego can be? Because I did not until I read this book. Reading this book, it helped me grow so much as a person. And those are the types of books that I think everybody should be reading. Everybody can take different things from a different self-help book, depending on where you're at in your life. And I think this is one that no matter the stage you're at in your life, you could always use a good refresher. And this is a book I will continue to read probably yearly, just to remind myself how damaging and how incredible the ego can be. This book I have talked about in a prior YouTube video. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Remit is so good. This book I think is also a reread because it has a lot of good tips and tricks for how to invest your money, and I feel like that is really a key piece in growing your finances. Investing is very important. Saving at this point in my mind, this is personal, is pretty relevant. If you're not investing or using your money towards something that you can further invest in and will provide you a profit, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I still enjoy shopping and thrifting and things like that, but if you can allot your finances correctly, this book really teaches you how you can enjoy all those things and still be able to save a bunch of money. So this book is definitely a reread for me, and I think you all should pick it up as well. 4th book is Dare to Lead. This book surprised the hell out of me. Really not expecting to get what I did from this book, but being in retail and managing, I really thought this would be a good book to pick up. If you're a manager or maybe even an entrepreneur, definitely actually, if you're an entrepreneur, this would be a really good book to understand how to lead, because there are a lot of different views and a lot of different ways people lead, and some of them work and are extremely toxic. And I think that this book shows you what is toxic and what isn't, and also helps you take a look at yourself as a leader to enhance the traits about yourself that do create a healthier environment for whoever you may be leading. So this book was really in depth and really helped you look at yourself as a leader. This book is a book about fashion and it comes in this big, little bookcasey thingy. Open it up and actually show you the book. Amy Smilovich is somebody I learned about through a fellow YouTuber. I think I had mentioned this on a prior YouTube channel, and she invested in this book, and I really like the way she dresses, and I really like the way she explains a lot of the things in her videos regarding fashion. So I wanted to pick this up because I definitely believed that if she recommended it, if she dropped $100 and some on it, it was going to be a good book to have and maybe even pass down to your kids. So it's essentially just a book that teaches you how to create your own fashion and create it in a minimal way, where you can still express who you are, still look chic, still look effortless, but approach it with a minimalist mindset. I use that term lightly. But this book is so phenomenal. It has so many pictures, so many different styling ideas, color palettes. Like, it's really an in-depth book on fashion. And it's such an intellectual way to discuss and describe fashion. So if you are a fashion girly and you love learning about this stuff, I highly, highly recommend picking up this book. Or even if you want to create more confidence in your fashion, this book is very, very pricey. Shipping, it was almost $130. It's a very, very pricey book, but if this is something you truly, truly love, you will definitely get a lot out of this book, and you can always go back and reference it if you're looking for new ideas. That is the wrap up of the 5 books I think will help you entering your 30s or even before or beyond. So yeah, comment down below and like this video if you enjoyed this particular Thriving in Your 30s episode, and there will be much more to come. I'll talk to you guys soon.